Hey, Simply Sugar here with the evening news rundown. Let's just get right to it. So, images depicting the famine from Gaza has entered the mainstream media. I'm actually surprised at the coverage of this now. It seems to be picking up because you cannot ignore what's happening to the people of Gaza anymore, right? And I understand that, whatever Hamas did, absolutely, Hamas and people who perpetrated those crimes against Israeli citizens should be dealt with. But the pictures coming out is no longer a military operation. This is a genocide operation. When you see the overall damage of all buildings being blown to bits, whether it's civilian or military or suspected Hamas, churches being bombed, mosques being bombed, hospitals being bombed, schools, just leveling the place and starving the people, which is against international law and rules of engagement, dictated by the UN, which the United States and Israel are a part of. So you're supposed to follow a certain set of rules, which, it doesn't seem anybody gives a damn about. We just learned of another child's death from the famine. I think this makes about 115 deaths from famine alone, over 59,000 people overall since this has started. And then we also learned from TikTok, the Handala aid ship, part of the Freedom Flotilla mission, was boarded in international waters. They made it within 60 to 70 miles of Gaza. Israeli troops went aboard and are detaining the people who are on that ship. Now, they just were carrying food aid, baby formula, medicine, and food. And so we're wondering when this blockade of goods is going to end to get into the hands of people. Now, for many of those people who are in the midst of famine, it's probably too late for them. But we can prevent other deaths just by getting them food, water, and medication. Moving on, we know that just Ghislaine Maxwell was questioned. She talked about 100 plus people. Her attorney came out and said, they really would love a presidential pardon. I think Trump is going to pardon this woman. I think he doesn't see another way out in this. He wants to remove himself from Jeffrey Epstein to the point of self destruction at this point, because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You might as well try to protect your reputation at this point, which I don't know what reputation he has. He is a convicted felon who is in the White House, and he has an established relationship with Jeffrey Epstein that we've viewed on video, in pictures, in writing. I mean, he and Jeffrey Epstein introduced him to his current wife. Like, it is the ties that bind. And there's an old saying, birds of a feather stick together. And it is what it is when it's in reference to that. The handwriting's on the wall. How far it's going to go, I don't know. Trump is over there in Scotland to massive protests. And let me tell you, the Scottish know how to roast somebody. So if you can go get those images of the videos also of the chants of the posters, it is quite hysterical in my opinion. Former CIA director, analyst Susan Miller accused Tulsi Gabbard and the White House of lying about Russian election interference intel. Yeah, we know she's lying. We know this is all about shifting the line of sight to Donald Trump back to Barack Obama and Bill Clinton and God knows who else they're going to dig up. We know this is to get the shine off of Donald Trump. It's not working. Now, in reference to the $8.4 billion Paramount Skydance merger received by the, approved by the FCC, appoint a bias administrator at CBS for the next 2 years. They're going to eliminate DEI initiatives across CBS brands, and just do everything Donald Trump wants. That sounds about accurate. And I'm Simply Sugar. That's the evening news rundown. Let me know your thoughts.